you used to see a bigger future for yourself. Discipline, strength, freedom. A life where you wake up with purpose instead of excuses. So what happened? Every day you delay, somebody else is building the life you wanted. Nobody is coming to save you. The weak wait for motivation. The strong move even when they're tired, broke, or doubted. Stop lying to yourself. You know exactly what needs to change. Get focused, get dangerous, and become the person you promised yourself you'd be. Every person talks about success until it becomes painful. Everyone wants the dream life, the money, the respect, the freedom, but very few are willing to suffer for it. That's where discipline separates people. Excuses are easy. Excuses make weak people feel comfortable while their lives slowly fall apart. Discipline forces you to face reality. It forces you to wake up early when your body wants sleep. It forces you to work when your mind wants entertainment. It forces you to stay focused while everyone around you wastes time chasing distractions. The dangerous thing about excuses is that they sound reasonable. I'm tired. I'll start tomorrow. I don't have enough time. I'm waiting for motivation. Those words destroy futures every single day. Winners do not wait for perfect conditions. They create results in imperfect situations. A disciplined person understands that feelings are temporary, but actions build identity. Every time you ignore excuses and complete the task anyway, you become stronger mentally. Every small victory builds a mindset that cannot be broken easily. Look around. Most people are addicted to comfort. They avoid struggle because struggle hurts their ego. They complain about being broke, but spend hours scrolling on their phones. They talk about dreams but panic when sacrifice is required. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when nobody is watching. It is staying loyal to your goals when excitement disappears. Motivation fades quickly. Discipline stays. Discipline is the reason one person transforms their life while another stays trapped in the same cycle for years. You cannot build confidence through talk. Confidence is earned through proof. When you consistently keep promises to yourself, your mind starts trusting you. When you train hard, study hard, work hard, and remain focused despite discomfort, you create internal power. Weak habits create weak people. Strong habits create dangerous people. The world respects people who can control themselves because self-control is rare. Excuses steal time quietly. One lazy day becomes one lazy week. One weak decision becomes a lifestyle. Suddenly years pass and people wonder why their lives never changed. Discipline protects you from becoming average. It gives structure to chaos. It teaches you to move with purpose instead of emotion. The disciplined person may suffer temporarily, but the undisciplined person suffers permanently. Every morning is a test. Every decision matters. Either you control your mind or your mind controls you. Strength is not built in one moment. It is built every single day through pressure, struggle, sacrifice, and repetition. Weak people wait for inspiration before they act. Strong people act regardless of how they feel. Every day you avoid challenges, you become softer. Every day you face them directly, you become harder to break. Life respects strength because strength survives when everything else collapses. Most people think strength only means muscles or physical power. Real strength is mental. It is the ability to stay calm under pressure, stay focused during chaos, and keep moving forward when life becomes difficult. Anyone can feel powerful when life is easy. True character appears when things go wrong. When money disappears, when people doubt you, when nobody supports your vision, that is when strength matters most. Building strength daily means training your body and your mind. Wake up with purpose. Push yourself physically even when you are tired. Train when excuses appear in your head. A disciplined body creates a disciplined mindset. The person who can control physical pain can usually control emotional weakness too. Comfort destroys ambition slowly. Struggle sharpens it. Every difficult workout, every early morning, every moment of self-control is shaping you into someone more dangerous and more capable. Mental strength grows the same way. Stop running from discomfort. Have difficult conversations. Accept responsibility for mistakes. Learn skills instead of complaining about your situation. Read, think, improve, and adapt. Weak minds blame the world. Strong minds focus on solutions. The strongest people are not always the loudest people. Often they are silent, focused, and impossible to distract because they understand the mission. The world constantly tests you. Distractions are everywhere. People waste years chasing entertainment, validation, and temporary pleasure while ignoring their potential. Strength means saying no to things that weaken you. It means controlling impulses instead of becoming controlled by them. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you increase your power. Every time you choose growth over laziness, you separate yourself from average people. Pain is part of growth. Pressure creates strength the same way fire hardens steel. If you avoid every difficult situation, you remain fragile. Fragile people break under stress. Strong people adapt, recover, and continue moving forward. Building strength daily means understanding that suffering has purpose when it creates growth. The goal is not to live an easy life. The goal is to become the type of person who can handle any life. Time is the only thing you can never recover. Money can return. Opportunities can return. Even relationships can return. But wasted time disappears forever. Every hour spent making excuses, scrolling endlessly, complaining, or delaying your goals is a piece of your life being destroyed. Most people live as if they have unlimited time, and that mindset keeps them weak, distracted, and average. Look at how people spend their days. Hours wasted on entertainment, gossip, meaningless conversations, and temporary pleasure. Then they wonder why they are stuck in the same position year after year. Success is not magic. Success is built through focused time and disciplined action. If you waste your days, you waste your future. Nobody becomes powerful accidentally. Powerful people protect their time because they understand its value. Every minute matters. While you sleep too long, somebody else is training. While you hesitate, somebody else is building a business, learning a skill, or improving their body and mind. Competition never stops. The world rewards people who move fast and stay focused. Weak people kill time because they are afraid of responsibility. Strong people use time like a weapon. The biggest lie people tell themselves is, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. Then one day they wake up full of regret because life moved forward without them. Regret is painful because deep down people know they wasted their own potential. Nobody forced them to stay lazy. Nobody forced them to avoid discipline. They chose comfort over growth. Again and again until it became their identity. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is temporary and unreliable. Action creates momentum. The moment you start moving, your mindset changes. The moment you stop wasting hours on distractions, your life begins improving immediately. Read more, train harder, build skills, make money, fix your habits. Focus on goals that actually matter instead of chasing short-term pleasure that leaves you empty. People who waste time usually avoid discomfort. They fear failure, criticism, and hard work. So they distract themselves to escape reality. But reality never disappears. Problems grow when ignored. Weakness grows when unchallenged. Every wasted day makes discipline harder tomorrow. That is why successful people move immediately. They understand speed creates advantage. Your life is being shaped by what you do daily. Not what you plan, not what you dream about, what you actually do. If your actions are weak, your future will be weak. If your habits are focused and disciplined, your future becomes powerful. Time exposes everybody. It reveals who is serious and who is full of excuses. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness. Most people lose in life before they even begin because their mindset is already broken. They doubt themselves, fear failure, seek approval from others, and surrender the moment pressure appears. A weak mindset creates a weak reality. If you cannot control your thoughts, you will never control your future. Everything begins in the mind. Before success happens physically, it happens mentally. The person who believes they are defeated will act defeated. The person who trains their mind to stay focused, disciplined, and fearless becomes difficult to stop. That is why mindset matters more than talent. Talent without discipline disappears quickly. A powerful mindset keeps moving, even when circumstances become painful. Most people are mentally programmed for comfort. They avoid risks, avoid hard work, and avoid responsibility because they fear discomfort. But growth only exists in discomfort. Every challenge you face is training your mind. Every difficult moment is an opportunity to become stronger. Weak people complain about pressure. Strong people adapt to it. They understand pressure creates strength. Mastering your mindset means controlling emotions instead of becoming controlled by them. Anger, fear, laziness, doubt, and frustration destroy people every day. A disciplined mind stays calm under pressure and focused during chaos. Anyone can feel confident when life is easy. Real mental power appears when everything goes wrong and you still continue moving forward. Your environment also shapes your thinking. If you surround yourself with lazy, negative, and weak-minded people, your mindset becomes weak too. Energy spreads. Habits spread. Excuses spread. That is why focused people protect their circle carefully. They spend time with people who push them higher instead of pulling them lower. Strong minds seek growth, knowledge, and discipline constantly. The dangerous thing about negative thinking is that it slowly becomes identity. If you repeat weakness in your mind every day, eventually you believe it completely. I can't do it. I'm unlucky. I'm not good enough. Those thoughts poison ambition. Powerful people replace doubt with action. They train themselves to think with clarity and confidence because they understand the mind follows repetition. Distractions are another attack on your mindset. Social media, constant entertainment, and meaningless validation destroy focus. People become addicted to quick pleasure and lose the ability to concentrate on long-term goals. A distracted mind cannot build greatness. Mastery requires attention, patience, and control. The strongest people in the world are usually the people who can stay focused while everyone else loses direction. Mindset is built daily through discipline. Reading, training, solving problems, facing fear, and taking responsibility strengthen mental toughness over time. The more challenges you overcome, the more confidence you earn. Real confidence is not pretending to be powerful. It is knowing you can survive pressure because you have trained yourself to handle it. Most people spend their entire lives blaming something else for their failures. They blame their parents, their situation, the economy, bad luck, other people, or the past. Blame feels comfortable because it removes pressure from your shoulders. The moment you blame the world, you no longer feel responsible for fixing your life. That is exactly why weak people stay stuck for years. Responsibility is heavy, but it creates power. Blame is light, but it creates weakness. The truth is simple. Your life changes when you accept that nobody is coming to save you. No one will wake up early for you. No one will build your future for you. No one will suffer in your place. The moment you take full responsibility for your actions, decisions, habits, and mindset, you become dangerous because you stop depending on excuses. Powerful people understand that even if life is unfair, they still have to fight. Taking responsibility means being honest with yourself. If you are broke, admit your habits need improvement. If your body is weak, admit you have lacked discipline. If your mindset is negative, admit you allowed negativity to control you. Most people avoid honesty because honesty destroys comfort. But comfort keeps people average. Growth begins when excuses end. Weak people always search for external reasons to explain internal failures. They waste energy complaining instead of improving. Strong people focus on solutions. They ask themselves difficult questions. What can I do better? What habits are destroying my future? How can I become stronger? That mindset creates progress because responsibility forces action. The moment you own your problems, you gain the ability to solve them. Responsibility also builds respect. People trust individuals who can admit mistakes and improve instead of hiding behind excuses. A responsible person stays disciplined even when nobody is watching. They keep promises, stay focused, and handle pressure without collapsing emotionally. That level of accountability creates confidence because confidence comes from self-respect. Life becomes harder when you avoid responsibility. Problems grow. Weak habits grow. Regret grows. Every delayed decision creates bigger consequences later. Many people destroy years of potential simply because they refuse to face reality early enough. Responsibility may feel painful at first, but it gives you control over your direction. Without responsibility, your life becomes controlled by circumstances and emotions. The strongest people in the world are usually the ones who suffered, adapted, and accepted responsibility instead of becoming victims. Victim mentality destroys ambition because victims wait for rescue. Leaders build solutions. They move forward despite fear, despite failure, and despite difficulty. They understand that life rewards people who take ownership of their actions completely. Every decision matters. Every habit matters. Your future is being built by what you repeatedly choose today. Either you continue blaming the world while your life stays the same, or you accept responsibility and begin transforming into someone stronger, sharper, and impossible to ignore. Comfort is one of the most dangerous traps in life because it feels safe while it slowly destroys ambition. Most people spend their lives chasing ease instead of purpose. They want quick pleasure, easy money, effortless success, and a stress-free life. But comfort weakens people over time. The more addicted you become to comfort, the more difficult real growth feels. Purpose demands sacrifice, discipline, and struggle, which is exactly why most people avoid it. A person without purpose becomes lost easily. They wake up without direction, waste time on distractions, and live only for temporary pleasure. Entertainment replaces ambition. Laziness replaces discipline. Excuses replace action. Then years pass and they wonder why they feel empty inside. Human beings were not built to live meaningless lives. Deep down, everyone wants to feel important, respected, and powerful. That only happens when you chase something greater than comfort. Purpose gives energy to your life. It gives you a reason to wake up early, work harder, and push through pain when others quit. A man with purpose can survive pressure that would destroy weaker people because his force is stronger than his emotions. Comfort makes people soft. Purpose makes people resilient. When your life is built around purpose, suffering becomes part of the mission instead of a reason to surrender. Look at society today. Most people are constantly distracted. Endless scrolling, meaningless entertainment, instant pleasure, and short-term comfort have become addictions. People fear boredom because boredom forces them to think about their lives honestly. They fear struggle because struggle exposes weakness. So they escape into comfort repeatedly while their potential slowly dies. Purpose requires responsibility. It forces you to improve yourself physically, mentally, and financially. It demands that you stop wasting time and start becoming useful. A person with purpose understands that every day matters. They train harder, think sharper, and move with intention because they know their future depends on daily actions. Weak people chase comfort because it feels good now. Strong people chase purpose because it creates greatness later. The path of purpose is never easy. There will be pressure, criticism, setbacks, and moments of exhaustion. But difficult paths create powerful individuals. Every challenge strengthens character. Every sacrifice builds discipline. The pain you experience while chasing purpose is temporary, but the rewards last much longer than temporary comfort ever will. Comfort creates regret, because comfort rarely builds anything meaningful. People who spend years avoiding difficulty eventually suffer anyway, through failure, weakness, and disappointment. Purpose creates fulfillment because it pushes you toward growth and achievement. Even when the process is painful, purpose gives meaning to the struggle. You cannot live like everybody else and expect an extraordinary life. Average people choose comfort daily. Extraordinary people choose purpose repeatedly, even when it hurts, even when nobody supports them, and even when success feels far away. Most people stop the moment life becomes difficult. They quit when pressure appears, when failure embarrasses them, or when progress takes longer than expected. That is why average people remain average forever. Becoming unstoppable means developing a mindset so strong that obstacles no longer control your direction. Pain, criticism, setbacks, and fear may slow you down temporarily, but they never stop you completely. An unstoppable person does not depend on motivation. Motivation is unreliable because emotions change every day. Some mornings you feel powerful, other mornings you feel exhausted. Weak people obey feelings. Strong people obey discipline. They continue moving forward whether they feel inspired or not. That consistency creates power over time. Small disciplined actions repeated daily eventually become unstoppable momentum. To become unstoppable, you must first destroy your excuses. Excuses are mental chains that keep people trapped in weakness. I'm tired. I'm unlucky. I don't have enough support. None of those words create results. The world does not reward excuses. It rewards action. Every successful person faced problems, rejection, pressure, and moments of doubt. The difference is they kept moving while others stopped. You also need mental toughness. Life will test you constantly. People will doubt you, disrespect you, and underestimate your potential. There will be failures that attack your confidence and moments where everything feels against you. Weak minds collapse under pressure. Strong minds adapt. An unstoppable person learns from pain instead of becoming destroyed by it. Every difficult experience becomes fuel for growth. Discipline is the foundation of becoming unstoppable. Wake up when you say you will. Train your body even when you feel lazy. Focus on your goals when distractions appear. Stay loyal to your vision when results are slow. Discipline builds trust within yourself. Every promise you keep strengthens your identity. Eventually, you stop seeing yourself as someone who quits, because quitting no longer matches who you are. Another reason people fail is because they fear discomfort too much. They want growth without sacrifice, success without struggle, and strength without pain. That mindset creates weakness. Pressure is necessary. Hardship is necessary. Fire hardens steel the same way struggle hardens people. Every challenge you survive increases your resilience and confidence. Becoming unstoppable also means protecting your focus. Distractions destroy potential. Endless entertainment, negative people, and meaningless habits drain energy from your goals. Focused people guard their time carefully because they understand attention is power. The ability to stay focused while others lose discipline is a massive advantage in life. An unstoppable person is not fearless. Fear still exists. Doubt still exists. Exhaustion still exists. The difference is they refuse to surrender to those feelings. They act despite fear. They continue despite pain. They stay committed despite setbacks. Over time, that mentality creates someone difficult to break, difficult to distract, and impossible to control.